13 Roads. Here is a tale I have not yet forgotten. Listen. Tonight it is a village called Marrowfen, and a stranger with a drum, and the night every child in that village walked out and did not come back. I will tell you what the village paid, and what it refused to pay, and what was taken instead. There are 13 roads in the country I walk. The Iron Road is one of them, the Soldier's Road, cut into the mountain, the road that takes things. When it returns them, they are not what they were. Marrowfen sits at its foot. 63 houses, 1 chapel, 2 wells, and a low stone bridge over a creek that runs the wrong direction in winter. A poor village, an old one. This is where the trouble began. The trouble was not rats. I want to say that early because you may be expecting rats. The trouble was the wells. Both went bad in the same week. The water came up clean and clear and tasting of nothing, and any creature that drank it was sick by morning and dead within 3 days. The cattle went first, then the pigs, then a child of 7 who had drunk from her grandmother's cup on a Sunday and was buried on the Wednesday following. The grandmother at the graveside saying very quietly that she had drunk from the same cup, and the water had tasted to her of nothing, and she did not understand why she was alive. She would die 9 days later. It only took her slowly, because she was old. The priest blessed the wells. The blessing did not hold. A bishop came from the city with a longer rite and a relic, and the next child to drink from the bucket was dead by the end of the week. The bishop went home. The villagers fetched water from the creek, but the creek was low and brackish and would not feed 63 houses through a winter. By the second snow, Marrowfen was dying. The way a man dies when his hands have been bound behind him and his face turned toward a wall. The stranger arrived in the 8th week. He came down off the Iron Road on foot, alone, just before dusk. He wore a long grey coat, military in cut, but stripped of any insignia, and a wide hat pulled low. At his hip, on a leather strap, he carried a drum. The drum was the size of a child's head, dark wood, with a skin stretched across it that was not goat or sheep or calf. The village butcher would later say so, bound at the rim with hammered tin. He did not look like a soldier or a tinker. He did not look, the elder told me, like anything Marrowfen had seen come down off the Iron Road before, and the elder had been the elder for 31 years. He stopped in the square. He removed his hat. His face was thin and very pale, and his eyes were the color of well water, clear and tasting of nothing. He said, "I have heard about your wells. I can take what is in them away. I will name my price after the work is done. Do we have an agreement?" The elder said yes, very quickly. He told me much later that he had said it before he had thought, and that the word had not entirely been his own. The stranger worked for 2 days. He did not pray over the wells. He did not bless them. He did not lower anything into them. What he did on the first morning was walk a slow circle around the older of the two, drumming a pattern with one hand, not a march, something quieter, something the children came to their windows to listen to. He drummed at the older well from sun up until noon, and the second from noon until sundown. The next morning he reversed it. By the end of the second day, both wells were clean. The butcher's dog was sent down on a rope and was alive in the morning and alive in the afternoon. The water tasted now, the priest said, of water, of stone, of a cold mineral note the older villagers remembered from childhood and had not realized they had been missing. The village wept, not for joy. Marrowfen did not have joy left to weep with. The village wept the way a man weeps who has been holding his breath for 2 months and is told he may breathe. The stranger came to the elder's house at sundown. He drank a cup of the new well water. He named his price. His price was a child. Not all of them. One. He said, "I will take one of your children up the iron road, and I will not tell you which, and the child I take will not come back. Pay it now or refuse it now. I will not stand at the door for an answer." The elder said, "No." He said no for the obvious reason. And he said no for a reason harder to say. In the silence after the price was named, every man at that table knew that if any of them said yes on behalf of the village, the price might fall on his own house. And no man at that table was willing to be the one whose child was taken to save the rest. And no man was willing to be the one who said, "Take someone else's." So the elder said no for all of them. He said, "We will pay in coin. We will pay in cattle when we have cattle again. We will pay in any way a poor village can pay a debt, but we will not pay in a child, and you should not have asked." The stranger heard him out. He set the cup down. He said, "I asked. You answered. Good night." He went out. The drum began at the 3rd hour of the morning. The elder heard it first because old men sleep lightly when they have been responsible for 63 houses too long. It was not the drumming the stranger had used at the wells. It was a march, slow, steady, patient. The rhythm a column walks to when the column is in no hurry, because the column knows where it is going and how long it will take to get there. The elder went to his window. The stranger was walking down the main lane of Marrowfen, drumming as he walked, both hands now, one keeping the rhythm and the other a second beat above it that was the beat of a heart slowed almost to stopping. He saw, behind the stranger, his granddaughter. She was 9. She was barefoot. She was in her nightgown. She walked in the center of the lane with her eyes open, and her face was not afraid. Her face was the face of a child who has been called for supper. Behind her, the butcher's son. Behind him, the smith's 2 daughters. Behind them, one after another, every child in Marrowfen who could walk, and some carried by older children, and at the end of the line, a boy of 3 holding a girl of 5 by the hand, his other hand still curled around the wooden horse he slept with. The elder tried to call out. He could not. He tried to take a step. He could not. He was not bound. There was no hand on him. He was standing at his own window, in his own house, in full possession of his own body, and his body would not move, not toward the door, not toward the lane, not even toward his wife, asleep in the next room. He could only watch, and he understood, not as he watched, but later, that he was not the only one. Every parent in Marrowfen was at a window. The rhythm had given the parents one thing and the children another. To the children, walking. To the parents, watching. And nothing else. Not stepping, not calling, not weeping aloud, not even, in the worst cases, the closing of an eye. He watched his granddaughter for the length of the lane. She did not look up at his window. He told me he was glad of that, and ashamed of being glad, and that the shame was the sharpest thing he carried out of that night, sharper than the loss, because the shame was his own, and the loss was something the road had done to him, and a man cannot be ashamed of a thing the road has done. The column reached the foot of the iron road at dawn. The stranger did not stop drumming. He walked up the first switchback. The children walked behind him. By the time the sun was over the eastern ridge, the last child, the boy of 3 with the wooden horse, had passed the second turning and was no longer visible from the village. The parents found, when the rhythm faded, that they could move again. The whole village ran. At the 3rd switchback, the road would not let them go further. There was no barrier. There was no figure. There was only a moment at which the road became a road that was no longer for them, at which their feet stopped going up and started going down, the way a man's feet will sometimes carry him out of a burning house before his mind has agreed to leave. The elder tried for the rest of that day. He tried in some form for 31 years. The road was polite about it. The road each time returned him to the village. I came to Marrowfen in the 26th year because I had been told 3 roads over that there was a village at the foot of the Iron Road where the parents who were left would tell you a story they had told no one else if you sat at their table and ate their bread first. They were 26, of an original 94. They would speak only after the table had been cleared, and only with the door shut, and only one at a time. They told me what I have told you. They told me also the rhythm. Each told it the same way. 2 beats and a pause. 2 beats and a pause. Slow enough that you could fit a held breath between the second beat and the next pair, and slow enough that, if you started counting, you would lose count before the next beat fell. I have the rhythm in my head. I have had it in my head since I left Marrowfen. I will not drum it for you. I will not name it aloud. I do not know what would happen if I did, and I do not want to be the man who finds out. There is a coda. 11 years after the night of the drum, a boy walked into Marrowfen from the foot of the Iron Road. He came alone, at midday, in a man's coat much too large for him, and boots that did not match, and beneath the coat a tunic of plain cloth that was not the cloth of any country the village knew. He looked 9 years old. He had been 9 years old on the night of the drum. The elder's wife, the grandmother of the girl who had walked at the head of the line, saw him first. She stood in the doorway and looked at him for a long time. She did not run to him. She had not been able to tell, in that first moment, whether the boy was hers. He was not hers. She knew within an hour. The boy did not know her face. The boy did not know any face. The boy did not speak. When offered food, he ate. When laid in a bed, he slept. When the door was opened in the morning, he walked out and walked the length of the lane and turned and walked back and turned and walked it again. He walked it, the elder told me, for all 11 years between his return and the day I came to Marrowfen. He had not aged. He could not be made to stop, except by being held, and when held he stood, and when released he walked again. He did not seem unhappy. He did not seem anything. He walked. The village did not know whose child he was. The village did not know if he was a child. The elder told me, on the last night I sat at his table, that he had decided in the 3rd year the boy was the village's punishment. The road had given back 1 child as a reminder, not of what the village had lost, but of what it had refused to pay. He said, "We would not give him 1. He gave us 1 back, and we cannot tell whether the 1 he gave us is a son or a sentence." He said, "I tend him, I feed him. I will do this until I die, and I will leave him to whichever warden comes after me, until the road comes back for him, or until the road forgets." He said, "I do not know which I am hoping for." I left Marrowfen at dawn on a Thursday. The boy was walking the lane as I left. He passed me going the other way. He did not look at my face. I looked at his. His eyes were the color of well water, clear and tasting of nothing. I did not say so to the elder. The elder does not need to carry that. I have walked many of the 13 roads since. I have not gone back up the Iron Road past the 3rd switchback. I do not know that I would be turned back, the way the parents of Marrowfen were turned back. I know that I do not want to find out. I think about the rhythm. I think about it more than I should. I catch myself sometimes drumming 2 fingers on the side of a cup in a pattern I do not recognize as mine, and I stop my hand the way a man stops a hand reaching for a knife in his sleep. I think the stranger is still walking. I think he walks with a long line of children behind him, somewhere up there, and the line has grown longer from villages I have not been to. I think the rhythm he plays is the rhythm of a heart slowed almost to stopping, and the children walk to it because it is the rhythm a body wants to walk to when a body is being asked to lie down. I do not know what he is. I have a guess. I have kept it. I am telling you what I saw before I forget. Good night.